girlies. Welcome to Flosstube episode number 27, my 1 year Flosstube anniversary. I'm Stacie of Stacie Stitches Creative Studio, and this is my Flosstube channel where we talk about cross stitch, crafting, my shop, and all things crafty and stitching. It has been a while since I've actually done a Flosstube. I did upload the Bobby of Pumpkin Creek Primitive, as she so eloquently puts it, the epic crossover event from when we got the girls together, our Flosstube friend girls together, for the weekend in Somerville or Charlotte, or not Charlotte, Charleston. Why do I always get Charlotte and Charleston confused? I just do. So that was the last episode I put up, and I hadn't put up another one in a while before that. It's just been crazy busy. So yes, Flosstube episode number 27, my 1 year anniversary. So I have some special giveaways for everybody to celebrate that. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoy what you see. And if you do, please hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up and leave me a comment. If you're a returning friend, I appreciate all the love and support. And I'm glad you're here to see what I've been working on. And I've been working on a lot because it's been a while. And I just feel like I've been focusing more on stitching because hubby and I got, we got some of our woodworking mojo stuff going. And we've gotten it pretty down pat a system for him to make the stuff that he needs to make for the shop. So anyway, let's get on with the stitching. I don't have any FFOs, fully finished objects, because I have been too lazy to do it, even though that was the WIPGO call for February and January. I had 2 things that I was supposed to FFO, but I did not. I hope to work on that after spring break, which spring break is not this coming week, but the following week. I'm hoping to get some fully finished objects done because some of them are gifts and I just need to get them done already. I'm just taking my good old time. Sorry for my lovely backdrop. My office is still a mess and I have no inclination to clean it at this point. So we will see what happens from here. But finishes, I do have some finishes. So the first thing that I finished was on my WIPGO board for January of 2022, and it was Richard's stocking. Sorry about the crinkling. Richard's stocking from Shepherd's Bush. I stitched this on the called for 18 count natural linen by Witchelt. I might have shown this to you guys last time. I don't know if it was almost done or was already done, but now everything's done. I think maybe I didn't have Joel's name on it, or maybe I did. Either way, it's completely done. There's Mr. Jolie-Polie's name, and it's got the little, you can see the charms there, the charms on it. The reason this is an FFO is because I don't think I'm going to do it. I might reach out to the amazing Vanna Pfeiffer and see if she can finish it. Well, I know she can. See how much it would cost for her to finish it for me. And if you don't know Vanna Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher, you need to, because she has the most amazing finishing tutorials and all sorts of stuff. She's super crafty lady. And she just busts out the finishes, for sure. So she has a finishing business run out of her craft cave, and she does some amazing work. So if you're not following her on all the socials, you should. Vanna Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher. The next thing I finished was, oh, by the way, that was stitched with pearl cotton. So if you haven't tried pearl cotton, best to do it on a high count, like an 18 count, because it is some thick stuff, but it turns out so amazing. The other thing I worked on was this butterfly birth sampler. I got this on Etsy from Happy Nest. And I did this as a gift for one of our friends' children had a child. So for a grandchild. And this is, I wonder if I shouldn't blank out their name. This was stitched on 28 count Cherry Blush Lugana from Fiberlicious. It is not doing that fabric justice. It's like washing it out. It's, I have my board here. Maybe the board will help. I also stitched this 2/2. Oh, that's a little bit better. And I'm going to frame this in a white frame. And the butterfly is just gorgeous. And I stitched, the butterfly is in Lavender Storm. And I believe that was a Fiberlicious as well. I can't remember, but that's a variegated floss. And it's got baby's name. And she is all ready to be framed up. I just got the frames today. Hobby Lobby was having an amazing sale. Buy one, get one free on framing or on certain frames. And I got a frame, but it's a shadow box. And I'm going to do a little something else in there too, because I found some other little things to embellish. So yeah, that was my finish for Butterfly Birth Sampler. I also, one of my WIPGO calls for this month was Jelly Bean Garden from, Jelly Bean Garden from With Thy Needle and Thread from the, let me see if I can get it without showing you the actual pattern. From the Jelly Bean Jubilee booklet. And I didn't stop there. I started this a year ago and then stopped. And then after I finished Jelly Bean Garden, I just started working on other things. So, from the booklet. So this was my last finish. Oh wait, I do have one more. So this is Jelly Bean Garden from With Thy Needle and Thread. She's so cute. Love this. I'm stitching this on 32 count Country French Rain by Witchell, and I'm using the called for DMC. Love it. Those pinks really pop. That was my one other finish. And then we finished Flosstube Friends. I'm kind of sad about this because that means I'm no more round robins, but it's so cool. If you haven't checked out my Instagram, we have a picture up of all of, and I'll try to pop it in here because now I'm trying to get fancy with my video editing. But we had them all lined up on our weekend retreat, and you could see the difference in all of them, and it was pretty freaking cool. So mine is stitched, I'm not going to say I stitched, but mine is stitched on a 40 count Country Mocha Newcastle linen. I don't know who that's by, but I don't know. Somebody can probably tell me what the orange stripe means. And it's stitched 1/2 with the called for fancies. And this is how she turned out. So I thought I would be nice to everybody and do the middle girl because she, to me, was the hardest. Then I ended up stitching that girl twice. Like, come on, really? And then that is Jessica, did the blue lady. Sally. Bobby, she created her own pattern because that's Bobby with her Bama sweatshirt on and her capri pants and her top knot. And then Janet did this. I can't see, so hopefully you can see it. Janet did this pink lady. And then Heather did the green one. I love, love, love this. I thought about framing it myself, but I think it's too special to do that. I think I'm going to get it professionally framed. But we'll see. I might change my mind. And Brian's like, that costs too much money. but sometimes it's worth it because it's special. It's a special piece. That was super, super fun, and I'm so glad, or not so glad, so sad that it's ending, or that it has ended. But we've made some lifelong friendships in that group now, so you ain't getting rid of me, girls. So I'm going to jump back to Jelly Bean Jubilee, because for my new starts, I started some of the other patterns in this fun little booklet. So I started Jelly Bean Delivery. I ran out of the color, so I went and got them today. And then I also started, I'm using up this fabric, y'all. I also started Paint the Eggs. So Paint the Eggs is the bunny with the paintbrush and the paint bucket. So there, got a good start on him too. I'm really liking this one, and they're stitching up pretty fast. Like the Jelly Bean Delivery, the little duck, I did that in like 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours. So super fast, super quick. That was a new start. Then another new start, which is very unlike me. I started this Bee and Bunny from Annie B's Folk Art. I picked this pattern up and I kitted it up while I was at Firepoppies with the girls for our Flosstube Friends weekend. And this is, if you all have been watching a while, this is not usually my jam. But I just found it to be so cute. So I kitted it up with all of the called for fancy floss, which is Weeks and Gentle Arts. And this is how far I got. I am stitching this on 18 count Harvest by PTP. Bobby, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I got a pretty good start on this. I'm enjoying the 18 count Ada, which I didn't think I would. I don't know why I wouldn't, but, and I think this is my first piece of PTP, and which is, what is PTP? Now I can't even remember. Picture This Plus. But I really thought that it's a cute pattern, right? Yes. So I started that after we got back from our little retreat. But while I was there, I started Owl Forest Embroidery Golden Bees. Again, not usually my jam, but I messed it up somewhere, so I put it away. But this was a kit, so I'm not exactly sure. So they have their own flosses, and I am stitching this. I don't know what the count is. I want to say this is 32 count. Pretty sure. And that's how far I got. And wait, you can't really see it. Get my trusty board out here. There we go. The picture does not do this thing justice, and the colors are just fabulous. And again, bees are not usually my thing, but I just, you know, you just like what you like, and if you pick it up and you like it and you want to stitch it, then stitch it. You do you, boo. I'm finding my taste is changing as I go, and I think a lot of us find that to be the case. But this so far has been a really fun stitch until I messed up and have to figure out where I messed up at. So I will get back to that when I feel like frogging. And I don't feel like frogging right now. So those were my new starts. And my new starts. So let's move on to WIPs, shall we? So this is Rhombus. From, I will never be able to say this, Werkstatt for Historic Stickmuster. German. German is not a fun language to say, to speak, unless you know it and are fluent in it and feel comfortable with it. But I am stitching this along with a few other stitchers, and we are stitching this as the hashtag Rhombus Silk Sal. So we are stitching this with silks. Yamir of Almond MnM's is the one that turned me on to this designer, and I've picked up a few more of her patterns, and they are gorge. And I am stitching this with Yamir's Cherry Blossom Silks. I have a whole hank of it, and she's telling me I'm going to need more than a hank, but girl, I'm stitching this 1/2. I don't think I'm going to need another hank of it, but those colors, this silk, number one, if you've never tried Yamir silk before and you want to try a silk, just try hers. I mean, I'm just going to throw it up there. That's my messed up hank of silk, but it is so beautiful. Yeah, she's going to yell at me when she sees this, but it is so beautiful. And don't look at my chicken arms. But this is just so beautiful. And I am not matching it up or like trying to fussy cut anything. I'm just going with the flow. I cut a length off, use it up. And I feel like I'm yelling. If I'm yelling, I apologize. I love this. And I know that Jennifer Gorski, the frog stitcher, she is kicking major butt on this. I want to say she's almost halfway done. I am almost done the first page. And I was like, if I can get done the first page in the first quarter of the year, I will be a happy camper. So that's my goal, is to get one page done every quarter. I don't think that's unrealistic until I start buying more shit and then starting more shit. Which I was supposed to be on a spending freeze. And just buying stuff at Firepoppies. But I did, but that just, I didn't stop there with Market and all that stuff. So, yeah. And then the other thing, I am working on a secret project, which has taken up most of my time, so I'm not showing that. But the other thing that I did work on was Cinnamon Stars from Plum Street Samplers. If you know, you know. Everybody either has this pattern, has had it, has stitched it, has it in their stash, and just keeps going, I really want to stitch it and haven't gotten around to it. And that's how we all started this. So Bobby of Pumpkin Creek Primitives had done a live of all of her whips, and she had like 2 or 3 stitches in this. And people were jumping on and going, I have that, I have that, I have that, I have that. So we all decided to, or not all, they decided to start a sal, and I'm like, yeah, I'm down. Let's get this thing going. So I am stitching this on a 36 count. What is this? Birdcage by X Jude Designs. And I'm using the called for flosses. If I can find them, I'm still missing 2 that I need. And this is the Sins, hashtag Sins with Friends Sal. I will put that up on the screen during post-production. But, I mean, I, like, went at this full force. And I only stitched on it for 3 days. Yes, indeedy peedy. I love it. And this fabric, I love the color of it. I think it works so well with the flosses. And I'm really enjoying it. So I'm stitching this. I think I'm stitching this 1/2. Though this looks way smaller than 36 count. 1/2. With the called for fancy flosses. And I love it. I'm so glad that Bobby, like, showed it and everyone hopped on board to get it started. So, yeah, that's all the stitching I've done. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about today? In honor of my 1-year Flosstube anniversary, I want to give away some things. So I have a pile here of stuff that I'd like to give to you guys. So if you're interested, I'm going to give you secret words for each item. Please don't say giveaway. Please don't say prize. Please don't say win. Please be 18 or over, and please be a subscriber. Using those words will usually elicit some unsavory people who just want to win shit and don't even know what they're winning. So I'm going to give you secret words for each of the items that I'm giving away, and just put that secret word in the comment if you're interested. And then on my next video, I will do a random comment generator to get the winners, and I will send these off to you guys. So the first is, we're coming up on springtime, so a lot of these are spring patterns, or spring items, I should say. This one's probably not spring, but... So the first pattern I want to give away, or I want to gift to somebody, is Whitewater Trout from Mountain Collection. If anyone owns a cabin or is a fisherman, this might be a cute little stitch up for you. If you would like this pattern, use the secret word, trout. Simple enough. Trout. The next item is from one of my favorite designers, Little Stitch Girl. Look at her. And this is, what is this? Pattern number 46. Oh, Bovine Plaid. Look at that cute little cow with the sunflowers. So if you'd like this pattern, the secret word is cow. C-O-W, cow. Next up is Spring Lineup from the Trilogy. The picture's really not that great on this, so you can't really... But it's butterflies and turtles and daffodils and a bee. So if you would like this pattern, please say turtle. The secret word is turtle. And I'd also like to gift someone Stony Creek Collection Spring Sampler. That's pretty. Look at the bunnies. So if you'd like to stitch this up, say spring. The secret word is spring. And last but not least, I am giving away a little tiered tray sampler from the Target Dollar Spot. So this will be perfect for your tiered tray. If you would like this gifty, the secret word is bunny. The secret word is bunny. So yes, all those fun gifts for being a subscriber to my channel for my 1-year Flosstube-Aversary. I know, I make funny voices. Y'all will just have to get over it. I sing things that don't need to be sung, and I have a terrible singing voice. But you'll either love it or you'll hate it. So those are my gifts for my Flosstube anniversary. Let's get into some shop news. So if you're new here, my husband and I design and make stitching accessories, floss winders, tablet stands, finishing products. And we are now expanding into offering patterns. I designed a few patterns myself, but I'm now going to be using a distributor to buy some patterns and get them up on my site for you guys. So currently I'm on Etsy. However, beginning April 1st, I believe I'm going to move to the Shopify platform. If you're an Etsy, if you know someone who sells on Etsy, you will know that they probably do not like the fees and the extra money coming out of your pocket for all your hard work. Granted, they do offer a great service if you're a onesie twosie just going to be selling here and there. But once you get to a certain point and you find that Shopify is less expensive than Etsy, then you're probably going to want to move to either Shopify or another e-commerce platform. So the plan is to move to Shopify by April 1st, which is when Etsy will be launching a new fee assessment. And I just don't feel like that is something I want to participate in any longer. And I've had some other online Stacie friends who have their e-commerce platforms elsewhere and have been very happy with that. So that is the shop news in part, but I want to get your feedback. What are some things that you would like to see in a shop? I mean, everybody has, not everybody, but I know patterns. Everybody wants a pattern, right? What are things out there that you've been looking for that you can't find? Whether they be accessories or finishing pieces, because we would really like to expand our offerings. And Brian is looking at expanding some of the stuff that he does with the woodworking. So, I mean, winders are great. I love mine. I have all 3 sizes. I know people love theirs too, especially with the new floss drop movement. But he wants to dip his toe into something a little more exciting. So while that's going to be his main focus, he is all up for the challenge of trying something new and wants your feedback. We are also thinking about doing a Flosstube episode with him in it jointly. So I may be putting it out there. And I'm sorry, I'm saying a lot. Whatever. And here I go again. Putting some questions out there for what you may want to ask him. I mean, woodworking related, business related, our relationship related, you know, not too personal, but, you know, our working relationship, have you? So yeah, if you have any questions for my good old hubby, the woodworker, put them in the comments below, or how we decided to get onto this crazy train. You can ask those questions too. But those are the shop updates. So if you're excited about us moving to a different platform and offering more products, let us know. Let us know what products you want to see. What patterns, what designers do you like? I don't believe we are going to delve into carrying floss or fabric, simply because we do not have the capacity to store that properly. I could store it, but it wouldn't be conducive to stitchers getting it the way they need to get it. So I have enough trouble keeping my own fabric and floss stash settled. So yes, that was the shop news. So moving on. I want to talk to you guys about my trip with the ladies. So give me a minute and I'll get right back to you with that one. Okay, so a while back, or about a year ago, I put out the call to see if anyone wanted to participate in a Flosstube Friends round robin. And I had, is there 6 of us? 5 of us who so gracious, who so jumped on the wagon on this, or jumped on the crazy train or the wagon or whatever you want to call it, and signed up to do this round robin for Flosstube Friends. And that was Janet of Janet Jabber, Heather, who is Punky Pearls on Instagram and YouTube. Then there is Bobby of Pumpkin Creek Primitives, and Jess, who is Stitches of Sass on YouTube and on Instagram. And she is also an employee of Firepoppies in Somerville, South Carolina. And we have Sally, who is Skate Mom Stitches on Instagram. She is not a floss tuber, which is totally fine. It's not her bag, and she's a very busy lady, so all good. But the 5 of us decided, probably about 6 months in, that we wanted to get together for the last round of the round robin, so we could see each other in person after we've been talking for the whole year. And I just so happened to mention to Ymir while we were at Stitch West that, oh, I'm going away with my Flosstube round robin friends and we're going to Firepoppies. We're going to spend the weekend in Charleston or outside of Charleston and go to Firepoppies. And she was like, there's no way you're going to Firepoppies without me. And so I just reached out to the girls and they were like, yeah, that's fine. The more the merrier. So I packed up a extra bed by way of air mattress so that Ymir would have a place to crash at this lovely home that we rented through VRBO. Super reasonable, but plenty of space for us to spread out and either be all together or spread out into our little groups. The one caveat being that the furniture was not conducive to stitching. It wasn't super comfortable, but the owner was amazing. She was amazing to communicate with. She let us check in early because some of the girls were getting in early. And we just so happened to forget to run the dishwasher before we left. So as soon as I got home, I texted her and I was like, hey, we cleaned the rest of the house. We did everything that we were supposed to before checkout. The only thing we didn't do was hit the start button and run the dishwasher. And she's like, no worries. I said, most of it was just mugs and stuff. So we cleaned them before we put them in the dishwasher. But she was like, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But the weekend was so much fun. And I'm sure you've heard a couple of the other ladies state this before, but it's amazing to go to a large convention like StitchCon or Stitch West where you have over 100 people there. But there's really something to be said about breaking out into a small group of 10 people or less and spending quality time together. You really get to know each other and you really get to know whether it's not you're going to click with someone or you're not. Now, fortunately, the 7 of us, we were fine. We laughed so hard. We laughed harder than any middle-aged woman should laugh, especially middle-aged women who may or may not have had babies. Because let me tell you, the flash runs to the bathroom were a real thing. Because if you're a woman in your middle-aged woman who's had some children, laughing too hard could be a problem. So I think next time we get together, there might be some poise pads or Depends hiding in there somewhere. But we just laughed. We laughed so hard. We stayed up late. I mean, I didn't stay up nearly as late as some of these ladies. I'm talking like some of them are up until 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I clocked out at 1:30. That was my max every single night, 1:30, except for the last night we were there because I was driving. I was driving me and Sally from Somerville, South Carolina, back to the Gulf Coast of Florida. So it's about a 6.5, 7 hour drive. And I was like, I cannot stay up until 1:30 and then drive for 7 hours. I will be asleep. So I hit the hay around 11 o'clock that last night. But some of the other girls, they were like, let's try to stay up all night since our flight is at 6 in the morning. And I was like, my days of staying up all night. Actually, I don't think I've ever stayed up for 24 hours. I think the longest I've ever stayed up was the night that I arrived in Salt Lake City for the first night of Stitch West. And I was up at, I think, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then up until 4 a.m. the following day, Central Time. So maybe that was close to 24 hours, right? Or that was 24 hours. Whatever. It was late. So either way, we, the first night we got there, we had like a pizza party and we just chilled and didn't do much stitching. Except Janet, I think she stitched every single day. Janet most definitely did. I don't know if everybody else did every single day, but Janet definitely did. Because she had to get 30 minutes done on her queen, no matter what. You go, Janet. So that was Friday night. So we got there, or Thursday night. Friday night we went out to dinner to Hibachi and we celebrated Ymir's birthday, which actually just happened to be the Tuesday after the weekend. So we were like, oh, let's just celebrate. So did that, went to Hibachi, had the guys sing to her. If you didn't see Jess's video of Bobby dancing, it's hilarious. Go check it out. Actually, hopefully Jess saved it to her highlight reel in IG, or you won't be able to see it. It's gone forever. But it was great. We just had the best time. So that was Friday night. Saturday night, I made lasagna for everyone. I don't know if they liked it or not, but I made it. I made breakfast most mornings for anybody who wanted it. And then that was Saturday. Sunday night, Jessica made her famous vegetable soup. And Sunday was also the day. It was the most amazing day. About, I want to say like a week or two before we were set to go on our trip, Jessica reached out to us and let us all know that Susan Winter, the owner of Firepoppies, had offered us a VIP shopping day. So she opened the shop specially for us on Sunday, her day off, which, thank you so much, Susan. It was amazing. She made us feel so at home, so welcomed. And we kind of feel bad because they were getting ready to leave for market. And she was just like, I'm sorry, the shop isn't normally this empty, but you know, we're getting ready for market, so we haven't like put any major orders in. And I'm like, there's still plenty of stuff here to buy. And honestly, I was there for fabric, so I wasn't worried about patterns. I was there for the fabric. Definitely. But the shop is amazingly, so everybody seems to think like it's super, super tiny, but to me, it is not super, super tiny, and it is so well laid out and organized. It is phenomenal. I've been to probably 5 or 6 shops, and a lot of times I feel overwhelmed and anxious because there's so much stuff in there and it's not organized, and I am claustrophobic. So I did not get that feeling in her shop, and it's all laid out, and her stitching room in the back of the shop is, I'm so jealous. Like, my nearest LNS is 2.5 hours away, either north or 2 hours away south. And I haven't even been to the one south yet because I hate driving south from where I am. Because yes, it says it takes maybe an hour and 45 minutes, but you're looking, because of the traffic, closer to 2.5 hours. And I just don't feel that. And the shop that's south of me has odd hours, not open on Sunday, and the hours on Saturday are kind of tight for me to get down there, especially with Daniel playing baseball, which usually eats up half of my Saturday morning, which is kind of a bummer. But, you know, it is what it is. Maybe this will convince Brian that we should open our own LNS up this way. I don't know that we want to do that again. I had another business when we were in Pennsylvania, scrapbooking business, but yeah, I don't think I'm ready to jump on that just yet. If we didn't need a double, I mean, we don't need a doubling, both of us to be working, but it's much nicer when we both work. We have so much more things that we can do. So I just don't think that's in the cards. I think we're going to stick to online for now. But I mean, it would be awesome if a LNS opened up like within 45 minutes of where I live, or even an hour. So back to Firepoppies. So of course we were all excited to go to Firepoppies and meet Susan, and of course meet Jessica, but we were spending the whole weekend with her. But some of us, in particularly Ymir, were upset because, oh, excuse me, I have an itchy nose, because Oliver wasn't going to be there. If you are a frequent shopper of Firepoppies, you probably know Oliver. You may have spoken to him on the phone, communicated via email, but he is amazing. He has great customer service, as does everyone who works at Firepoppies. It's just an amazing little shop. I can't say enough good things about it. But we were told that Oliver wasn't going to be there because he had a scheduling conflict. So we were like, oh, that's kind of a bummer, but you know, we're still excited and let's get there. So no sooner did we walk in than Oliver pops out of the back, and Ymir, you would have thought she was meeting the biggest rock star in the history of rock stars, because she was just so excited. And to see her face and his face was just amazing. It was the cutest thing. And we just had a blast. We were there for almost 3 hours. And then we thought about stitching in the stitching room. And I was like, and I think we all came to the consensus, like, look, Susan and Oliver and Jess already, you know, Jess was working while she was there. She was serging fabric. So they had taken the time out of their Sunday to open up the shop and come hang with us and give us the most amazing customer service that I don't want to keep them there any longer than they need to be. So we all were in agreement on that, and we all just wanted to get back and stitch, and we had to film that crazy ass Flosstube video of us all after our experience at Firepoppies. So kudos to Oliver and Jessica and Susan for an amazing experience. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. And just an awesome time. And like I said, going to large events is super cool and meeting so many new people, but there's something to be said about finding your people and just spending that time with your people. It was so much fun. So, speaking of Firepoppies, y'all, I got so much, and I am yelling because I am excited about how much haul I have, but it's a lot. We did show it on the Epic Crossover episode, but I don't know how many people could get through that episode, so I decided I was going to go through mine again, and I also got a bunch of other stuff. So, let's get on with the big bag of haul. So it's in this big bag. My lovely Black Needle Society, one of the bags. Oh, also, speaking of Black Needle Society, y'all, I am going to so much stuff. So I will be going in June to StitchCon A. Hit me up if you're going to StitchCon A. And Ymir and I will be staying at the La Quinta, so we can hit up the late night stitching room. In August, I am going to Camp Black Needle Society in Missouri with those ladies. I got in on that. Then in September, I'm planning to go to Galleria, and a bunch of us are renting a house in St. Charles, Missouri, so that we can cut costs and chill together after shopping. And then I don't know what my plans are after that. Like, if I'm going to just like slow down a bit, am I going to go to Stitch West? Is there anything else that might pop up? Maybe just another quieter weekend with a smaller group of ladies? Who knows? I hope to see Athena a couple more times too, because, you know, her behind is always here going to Universal. So she just needs to remember to hit me up when she comes to town. Okay. So here is some, I have a ton of fabric, a ton. So this is from Firepoppies, 25 count Daffodil Lugana from Wichelt. It's a lot more creamy color, or not cream, but buttery yellow than this strange yellow that it's showing right now. There we go. Oh, that's better, sort of. There we go. And I always get, this is a fat 1/8. I usually just get fat quarters, but I was just trying this out for something springy. And then this is 25 count Wedgwood from Wichelt. Another fat 1/8 from Firepoppies. And this is really the color of like that Wedgwood blue. It's like a periwinkle blue color. A little more purple. Okay. Then I have, running the gamut of counts and sizes, I got a fat quarter of Tiramisu Ada. There we go. And I don't, Susan or Jess, what is that designer? I don't know. I don't know who that is. Somebody was wanting to get on with things, I think. And then I have 45 count Nightingale linen from Legacy. Oh, by the way, speaking of 45 count, while we were there, I got all the girls to stitch on my retreat piece, which I didn't bring in here, sorry. I'll show it the next time, or the next time I go to a retreat. And I'm using Ymir silks for that. So all the girls got to stitch with Ymir silks. And sadly, I think I'm getting them into a very expensive habit of stitching with silks. Sorry, not sorry, because Ymir is amazing. And her stuff is amazing. And shit. Sorry, y'all. So yeah, not only did we all stitch on that, but Ymir pulled out a sampler that she was working on, and she was stitching on 53 count, 1/1. So we all stitched on that. I think Bobby stitched 3 stitches. I stitched 1 letter, but I need a magnifier for that. Normally I don't. Then I got, I'm kind of all over the place, but everybody said they liked that last time, so I got 36 count swamp linen from X Jude Designs. I think out of the, was it 7 of us? I can't recall. It's got to be 7. Out of the 7 of us, I think 4 of us got this color. And if we didn't, Jess might have been the only one who didn't, and then she looked at it, and then I think she's going back to get some. Or when she goes back to work, she'll get some. I also got 40 count prehistoric from Fox and Rabbit. So it's like a fossily gray color. Love it. I'm finding that I used to like super modeled fabrics, and I'm finding I don't like that as much anymore. Like I say, my tastes are changing, but I still have modeled fabric, and I'm sure at some point I will. And I got a couple of pieces in here. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is 36 count tarnished silver, and I got a fat half of this just because I think it's a nice neutral. So I think that was my first stack of fabric. So bear with me. My second stack. So I just say that I don't get modeled fabric, right? And I think this is like the bag with all the modeled fabric in it. That's okay. I got some 36 count Elephant Run from Fox and Rabbit, and I got a fat half of this. Love it. See, there's my awful singing again. This is the one that Jess was like, I didn't even know we had that. I need to get it. And you'll see in a second because it's pink. But I love the gray modeling in it. It's just something I haven't seen before. So this is called Ash Rose. It's a lot more pink than it's showing up. Let me see. Here we go. That's a little bit better. 36 count linen from X Jude Designs. Am I saying that right, Jess? X Jude Designs. And then this one I thought was really pretty. Good for some fall harvest. Hence the name Harvest Basket. It's super cool. I love the harvest color model. So this is 28 count linen Harvest Basket from X Jude Designs. And this is a fat quarter. So all of this fabric I purchased at Firepoppies. So if you'd like this kind, if you liked any of the fabrics that you've seen, check it out on Firepoppies. You can find it. And I know that Susan and Oliver are just getting back from market, so they will have a ton of fun things coming into the shop. So while I was there, I wanted to get a scissor frog, and Susan happened to have 2, and this is the one I got. I put this in the dishwasher. It was a little yellow, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to put it in the dishwasher. Turned out fabulous. It is stunning. Now I have to find a vessel to put it in. So you know what my lovely husband said? He's going to try to make me a wood bowl, that this will fit in. I'm so excited. He is in the process right now of making a dough bowl for sale. It's not ready yet because the wood's not dry enough. It's what's rough cut and rough shaped, but he still has to finish drying. It's been drying for a month now. Still have to finish drying, and then he has to finish sand it, and he's putting handles in it, and it will be up for sale on IG and on Facebook. We won't be putting that in the shop because it's a one-off. It's a one of a kind. Okay. I have like a ton of patterns to show you guys and other goodies in my bag. Don't be mad that this is taking forever. I apologize. But you know, things happen. Like I go away for a couple weeks and this is what happens. So also at Firepoppies, I got some Lady Dot Creates, Velveteen and Yams. I'm participating in a couple of smalls exchanges at retreats, and I'm hosting a fall smalls exchange on my smalls exchange page, which it is now closed, but I'll be opening up another one maybe in a couple months. But we'll see, because I don't want to overwhelm myself or overwhelm other people. I got my Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month. I'm not sure if this was January, but this is 40 count Newcastle linen in the colorway Fox Run. Top Knot Stitcher Shop. I bought a couple of things from her. I needed some threads that only she had, so I couldn't just buy a piece, you know, one skein of thread. So I got these little shamrock pins and Silvery Moon Lugana from Witchelt. 32 count. That was a nice neutral. Any more fabric in here? Fabric or threads? Yes, there is. I got my Classic Colorworks February floss pack from Southern Stitchers Needle Workshop, and they were all pinks. So we had bamboo, which I think I have 26 skeins of bamboo between the clubs and calendar crates. So I don't think does anyone need any bamboo? Just hit me up. I'll get you some. Tennessee Red Clay. Creamy Peach, which looks way white. I need one of the littler boards for this. There we go. That looks like a Creamy Peach. Then we have Ripe Melon. That's pretty. And Rosy Glow. See, yeah, putting it up on that white, you can really tell the difference. Rosy Glow and Strawberry Parfait. And then here's the bamboo. Come on, you know you want to stick there. And the Tennessee Red Clay. So yeah, some beautiful colors that they picked out for February. So that was that floss pack. And then, oh my God, as it's piled up here, I'm like, I can't believe this all. I was looking for a few Prairie Schoolers, so I got these from, I want to say it's the Kiwi House Cross Stitch. They're an online needle workshop. So I got the 2019 Prairie Schooler Santa. I don't know why I got 2019. It's not a significant year for me, so I'm not exactly sure. I got the 2010 Santa. Again, not exactly sure why I got this one, because that's not a significant year for us either. The 2009 Santa, I saw Jen Lee's mom, Quirks and Stitches. She converted this into a Philadelphia Flyers with gritty in the back. I want to do that. That's why I got this pattern. So Jen Lee's mom needs to help me out with putting Gritty's face in here. And then Santa will be red, orange and black. The skates will be the same. It was amazing. If you haven't seen it, check out her Facebook page. I think it's on there. Jen Lee's Facebook page. I was on Zulily and I saw this Royolus cross stitch kit, Lapland. Oh. But now that I'm looking up close at it, I don't know that I like it as much. So hey, surprise giveaway. If you would like this pattern, say tree. Secret word is tree, and it's actually a kit, so it comes with everything. Giveaway pile. I also got, my son collects nutcrackers, so I got the Prairie Schooler nutcracker patterns. So I can make those for him. And at Firepoppies, I got part 3 of the Fun and Fancy Free pattern from Summer House Stitchworks. I didn't like part 1 as much, so I only got parts 2 and 3. And hold just a sec. Sorry for that small interruption. It was the hubsters calling to see what we were going to do for dinner. And I said, do whatever you want. Now he's going to pick something up on the way home. I also got my April calendar crates. I also, I'm participating in Crazy Annie Stitching 12-part ornament series exclusive from Tiny Modernist, and this is part 5. He's so cute. And okay. I also picked this up from Firepoppies. This is Jeanette Douglas Designs Inspiring Stitches. I wanted to pick this up because of all the different stitches that are in it. Like right here. So I thought that would be cool to try out. And again, I'm just stepping out of my normal deal here. Blackbird Designs Pumpkin Farm. Anniversaries of the Heart pattern number 10. I think this would look phenomenal on that Harvest Basket fabric that I got from Firepoppies. What do y'all think? Love it. And then I also got, I don't have enough Thanksgiving stuff, so I got this Gobble Gob from, is this Plum Street Sampler Studio? I don't know. Justine, do you have this one? You turkey girl, you. And so that was also from Firepoppies. Then while we were away, Bobby was like, I want to do a Sal with this pattern. Does anybody want to do it? And I was like, I'll do it. So I ordered some stuff from Bobby because I couldn't just order the one pattern. So we are going to, I don't know when, I'm waiting for her to say, because she, you know, her and her stitch-alongs, or start-alongs. We are going to do Away We Ride from Blackbird Designs. I do like that. I'm not a bird person. But crows and turkeys, okay, I can kind of get into that. So since one pattern can't travel alone, I got a couple other ones. I got Teresa Koget, Hazel's Halloween Friends. I'm losing my voice, I'm sorry. And I got, oh, this has beads. Pilgrim Pals Bent Creek photo booth because it's just hilarious. And who doesn't like a pilgrim and a turkey? I know I do. And then I also got Erica Michaels Autumn Berries. Cute. So I got those from Bobby. And then with all of the craziness, well, let me go through them first, and then I bought some patterns online too. Yeah, so in light of all of the craziness that's going on around the world, and particularly in Ukraine, I wanted to support fellow cross-stitchers and designers in Ukraine, and went and bought a bunch of Ukrainian patterns, PDF patterns, since they won't have to, send anything. I can send them money for their beautiful artwork, and they can get it right away. So I got this from Fireplace Hobby on Etsy. It's called Rainbow Love Biscornu by Trina Mastakova. I love it. Then most of us already know Stitchy Princess, so I got her a couple of patterns from her too. So I got Miss Sunflower, which is the smaller one. I don't think I'm going to put Summer in there. And I also got her pattern called The Deer. I know we all love these ones that she's designed. Then I found this other pattern designer who I found I really liked a lot of her patterns. And her shop is called Crazy Bee Patterns. This one is Merry Christmas. So it's a monochrome piece. I don't know that I'll stitch it on red, but I just thought that was so lovely and so simple. It's amazing. Then I got another one from her called Sunflower Mandala. Love it. Might stitch this up for a friend I know. And then I also like this other mandala that she had done, the pink mandala. I like mandalas. So I wanted to do something to support our Ukrainian stitchers and designers, and that's the only thing I could think of to do. But I also did get a few other patterns online. I am in love with these 9-patch patterns from Primrose Cottage Stitches. So I got the June pattern, the May pattern. I'll get all of these. I just don't know when I'll stitch them. And the April pattern. I think that's it. Oh, I did get some labels from Ever Emblem. They make these, you can get these customized labels for your stitching, or for like the back of pillows or quilts or whatever, which I wanted to get some of those. So I think that's it. I think that's it for stitching. I think that's it for yakking. And I think that's it for haul for now. I know I've said this last time, but I'm saying it again. I'm going to try to get on a more regular schedule. I am not promising anything by any means, but I'm going to try. And that's all I can do is try. So if you like this video, and if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments, but hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. I do have a Facebook group for Smalls Exchanges that I host. I will put that in my link tree so that you can get to it that way. And my link tree is always in the description box. So until next time, you guys, let's quit bitching and just get stitching. Bye!